Hello, and welcome to this course on path integrals in curved configuration spaces. A path integral describes quantum evolution by combining all possible histories between an initial and a final configuration. In familiar examples, those configurations often lie in a flat Euclidean space. In this course, geometry becomes part of the quantum problem. Distances, volumes, classical paths, and even the short-time normalization depend on the curvature of the configuration space. The course is designed to make that geometric structure visible and to show the reasoning that connects each formula to the next. One of the main sources of inspiration behind the course is Schulman's book, Techniques and Applications of Path Integration. The author of this course became particularly interested in its discussion of quantum mechanics in curved spaces. The subject brings together classical mechanics on manifolds, differential geometry, quantum mechanics, semi-classical reasoning, heat kernels, and group theory. The book is an advanced reference and naturally presents many arguments in a compact form. While studying the material, the author of this course wanted to see the calculations opened up, not only the final expressions, but also the intermediate algebra, the geometrical meaning of each factor, and the checks that explain why each result has its particular form. To bridge that gap, the author of this course began writing a detailed set of notes. Their purpose was not to replace the book, but to connect its compact presentation with a complete, step-by-step understanding. Whenever a calculation moved rapidly from one line to another, the missing intermediate steps were reconstructed. Whenever a geometrical object appeared, the notes explained what it measured, why it belonged in the formula, and how it could be checked in coordinates. For example, the relation between velocity, canonical momentum, and the Hamiltonian is not left as a single unexplained result. The index contractions are displayed explicitly, the inverse metric is introduced before it is used, and the Legendre transformation is carried out line by line. Those notes became the mathematical foundation of the course. The course begins with classical mechanics on a curved configuration manifold. A point of the manifold represents a possible configuration of the system, and the metric determines how an infinitesimal displacement is measured. Once the metric is known, the kinetic energy is no longer simply a sum of squared Cartesian velocities. It becomes a quadratic form constructed from the metric components. This leads naturally to the curved space Lagrangian, the canonical momentum, and the Hamiltonian. The geometry also determines the free classical trajectories. They are geodesics, paths that are locally as straight as the curved space permits. This classical structure later controls both the phase and the focusing of the quantum propagator. The development follows a deliberate order. The first stage derives the classical mechanics. The next stage constructs the invariant volume element and the Laplace-Beltrami operator, ensuring that wave functions and quantum operators behave correctly under coordinate changes. This makes the operator ordering problem concrete rather than mysterious. The course then builds the time-sliced path integral and examines how a discretization prescription is related to the ordering of non-commuting quantities. After connections, geodesics, and curvature have been introduced, the discussion turns to the classical action and the van Vleck-Morette determinant. Only after those ingredients are established does the course derive the curved space short-time propagator. The second half applies the construction to SU2 and SO3, and finally verifies the result through the Schrödinger spectrum and Poisson summation. The short-time propagator is one of the central results. Its structure shows precisely how geometry modifies the familiar flat-space kernel. The exponential containing the classical action supplies the rapidly varying quantum phase. The van Vleck-Morette factor measures how a narrow family of nearby classical paths focuses or spreads between the two endpoints. The scalar curvature term supplies a local quantum correction with no analog in a perfectly flat configuration space. These factors are not introduced as decorative additions to a memorized formula. The classical action is differentiated with respect to its endpoints, the determinant is related to the geometry of nearby paths, and the curvature coefficient is recovered through a normal coordinate heat kernel calculation. The main application is the free spherical rotor. Its configuration space can be described through the group manifolds SU2 and SO3. This example is rich enough to display both local curvature and global topology. Between two configurations, there is not merely one classical trajectory. Geodesics can travel around the compact space in different ways, and the propagator must sum their contributions. The passage from SU2 to SO3 adds another layer. The two covering space points U and -U represent the same physical rotation. This produces two possible sectors and separates integer spin behavior from half-integer spin behavior. Geometry, topology, and the quantum spectrum become visible within one concrete system. The result is then checked from a completely different direction. On the path integral side, the propagator is organized by classical geodesic branches. Each branch contributes its classical action, its Van Vleck factor, and the appropriate topological sign. On the spectral side, the same propagator is organized by energy eigenvalues and group characters. The two expressions look very different because they label the same physics in different ways. Poisson's summation provides the algebraic bridge between them. It converts the sum over quantized representations into a sum over winding classical paths. Their agreement is therefore not accidental. Both expressions are different representations of the same underlying theta function. Once the notes had become sufficiently complete, the author of this course began transforming them into video lessons with the assistance of artificial intelligence, Python, LaTeX, and Manim. The written derivations determine the mathematical structure. Artificial intelligence assists with dividing the material into teachable scenes, refining the narration, and identifying where a visual explanation can clarify a dense paragraph. Python and Manim generate the animated equations, diagrams, surfaces, paths, and transitions. The narration and visual timing are then assembled into the final lesson. This workflow preserves detailed mathematics while presenting it in a more visual form. The technology supports the explanation, but the course remains grounded in calculations and in the notes developed before the videos were produced. The course is not designed merely to display advanced formulas. It is designed to make the reasoning visible. New objects are introduced before they enter a calculation. Important transformations are shown through their intermediate steps. Major results are checked from a second viewpoint whenever possible. A learner should be able to follow the development directly from the video without repeatedly stopping to reconstruct missing algebra on paper. The course assumes familiarity with multivariable calculus, elementary linear algebra, classical mechanics, basic quantum mechanics, and some tensor notation. The more specialized geometry and group theory are introduced gradually. These lessons are intended to reveal how geometry, quantum mechanics, and path integration fit together. The study now begins.